So, a day in the life of someone who lives in Victoria. This is the month of March. It is 2nd March, Sunday, 2025. And compared to the rest of Canada, we only have cloudy weather and no snow. Victoria is basically on Vancouver Island. It's confusing. Vancouver is also a city and also an island. So, Vancouver Island, southern tip of that island is Victoria. We are in Esquimalt, as you can see. It's a cloudy weather today. We can't wait for the sun. It's too much to ask actually in Canada. Watch your vitamin D levels. But anyways, I'm gonna talk you through and walk you through what a day in Victoria looks like.
How is it, Bumble? You wanna go walkie?
That's his cue word to basically get ready. There he goes. It's cloudy and really foggy. Right there, opera style performance. It's cloudy. Just want to try to make the best out of it. It is 8 degrees right now, so chilly, crispy chilly. So, if you were to visit Victoria, if you had a day off, you were not living in Victoria, and Victoria was like your vacation destination, then you would essentially go to downtown Victoria because it is inspired by British colonial architecture. The population is not as much as you would find in Vancouver or Toronto. The population is like 100,000 people. Now, that being said, it is very different visiting Victoria versus living in Victoria because you have a whole different job market compared to Vancouver, a whole different climate compared to Toronto, and there's so many other things like the homeless population influencing your experience of downtown Victoria, the Esquimalt region, which is up and coming, the Langford region, which is being designed better than Victoria by being inspired by the mistakes made in Victoria. Okay, guys, so we are at Mount Douglas Beach, and like I said, it's a Sunday. If it were up to me, I would basically live in a forest with some modern amenities, probably near water. I can see you laughing, Taro. And anyways, so yeah, there's a parking lot at the Mount Douglas Beach area, and we are going to the Mount Douglas Creek and outdoor classroom trek. It's just really small, like 20-minute walk. What did I do?
You just left me.
You're a strong, independent woman. Wow, what a bridge. Bumble is having time of his life. But look around, guys. You are supposed to look at your map and find areas like these. Just open up Google Maps and make the most out of your holidays, your weekends, whatever it is, your day offs. Because you're not going to find these places just, well, the probability of you finding it in Victoria and around is more. But you're not going to find these places just by sitting at home watching Netflix, right? So, anyways, there are some species over here that are protected, birds and types of fish. But again, really peaceful, really quiet. It is 8 to 10 degrees, but if you dress properly, you know what? You can have fun. So chances are, if you've done management or something like that, you probably won't find jobs that are stable. You probably won't find jobs that are 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. It takes a lot more to get into that kind of a job market. Probably having a degree in STEM, science, technology, engineering, math helps. But if you don't have that, and also think about which city you are in, which country you are in. Canada is started developing, most of it is vacant, started developing. When you play a civilization game, the first things you do is build roads, build houses. That's where Canada is. There's really no mobile manufacturing competition. There is no automotive competition. All of those companies are from the US. There is really no Canadian competition for any major IT or other things other than infrastructure. So chances are you're going to find yourself in a retail outlet, Home Depot, or I don't know, Walmart. And chances are you're not going to have a stable 9 to 5 schedule. That's basically where I have been at for the longest time. That's what you should know about Victoria. If you go on Indeed.com or Indeed.ca or LinkedIn, which is a shit show of how corporate world should be, too cringy in my opinion. But anyways, let's go with it. Indeed, you will find a lot of retail openings, jobs that are just cold, boring, and you probably will have to make do with it till you can find something that works for you. That's what Victoria is. It's nature and a bunch of shitty jobs. But you can't beat nature. That's the thing. It's the best nature you can find in Canada. I don't have all good news about Victoria being amazing. I don't have all bad news. It's just what it is. The job market sucks, but the nature doesn't. Just a little trivia for you. Coastal Douglas Fir Zone. I found this really interesting. Old mature forest, right? Very little of it remains now. Previously, it used to take 3 to 4 hours to fell one of these giants using axes and by 2 men. Today, very little old forest remains. Most of it has been converted into farms, residences, and second growth forests. Here's a really good table. People usually measure the age of the tree using the rings because the rings change and build up over time. And in this one, you can see that various events starting from 1792. It is so crazy to think that some of the mature forest is that old. There are actually some tree trunks that we have found which are like these massive thick trunks. So anyways, in Victoria, there are some places that you do have to check out. And there are some places around where we have gone previously. Which ones have we gone to?
We've been to Souk. I think it's a must go if you come to Victoria. There are these beautiful beaches and beautiful houses.
There's
and
the
it's a
Indian
nice
restaurant.
drive. And the Indian restaurant, we really like that. It's called Indian Delight, I think.
Delight, yeah.
And their portion size and taste is like on point.
Yeah.
So Souk definitely.
Oh yeah.
I think second place, let's talk about Butchert Gardens, because I think the moment Victoria pops up, everyone is like
Butchert Gardens.
So we went there twice. We went there in the fall, in the winter, and we went there also in the summer, proper summertime. And we thought it was overrated. Please don't kill us, guys.
Yeah. You have like nature all around you.
And it was very crowded.
Yeah, so maybe that was it. Right? Souk, I feel like if I was dreaming of a place where heaven existed and like I had to lay down and live forever in a place, it would be one of those pasture lands in Souk. That's just how I feel.
I feel like there are a lot of trails around Victoria, and because Victoria is an island, all the trails lead to the sea, and there are these different beaches that you can go, like Willows Beach, Cardova Bay Beach, etc., etc. And you can see different parts of the sea, the east, north, west, whatever, and it looks beautiful from all those angles and different. from all those angles. The place we love because it's close to the city, close to our place, and
10 minutes.
yeah, it's like 10 minutes, and close to my work, and where we can off leash Bumble and we have a lot of fun, is James Bay area and near the Fisherman's Wharf.
Yeah.
So we love that area a lot. It's got a mix of nature, and it's got a mix of the sea. It's got a mix of, you know, having not a lot of people, but at the same time there are people around. So it's got a good balance, and it's close to the city.
That's where we went for whale watching, which is a video in our on our channel. You can check that out. But yeah, it was basically a bunch of people squinting their eyes. Yeah, James Bay is a really nice place to visit as well. But these are all, again, places like James Bay is a place you can visit while living in Victoria. Obviously, you will also visit it if you're just visiting it, and that will be like one of your highlights. But it's good for people living in Victoria to have so many outlets. So if you are planning to either visit or move here, you have to check out Google Maps, and you have to find these spots where you can visit.
And go to Beacon Hill Park. It's beautiful. It's got these ducks and peacocks just hanging about in the park, and it's got like these fountains.
Don't they also have those, what are these, turtles or tortoises?
Yeah.
Bumble, Bumble, come here, come here.
Come here, come here, come here, come here. Good job. Turn around. Stand. Sit.
Good boy. You're sleeping, you go there. Where mama? Where mama? Where mama? Where mama? Mama? Where mama? Where mama? Where's mama? Where is she? He loves the water. You know, some people train their dogs by squirting water on their face if they bark or anything like that. He's gonna love that. He's gonna do more of it. Oh, by the way, outdoor classroom. It's good that they tell you that. Thank you. Hold. Mama, come on, come on, come on. Oh shit, where are we going? Come on, Mama, come on.
Yay, Swanee!
Just want to give a second perspective to what life in Canada / Victoria, which I know are two different things, how that is like. So tell me, when did you come here? I know, but like people don't.
March of 2022.
And
I thought it was very beautiful because spring was there in March, and everything was looking so beautiful with all the flowers and the greenery and the cute little houses and the clean roads, etc., clean air. So it was great. When you come from a place like India and you come to Victoria, you will find a hell of a difference in your lifestyle. And then I looked up for a job on Indeed. I had some customer service experience, so I got into being a front staff at a restaurant, and I'm currently the manager over there. Nice handbag, by the way.
I upgraded to actual shit. Previously, I had a handbag and I used to carry laptops in it, which was corporate shit. But then I got a dog, so now I get to carry actual shit. If you want to do the same, get a dog. And what do you think about family? How has that been?
Oh yeah, I would say it gets a bit lonely staying over here, and because I come from India where, you know, there's noise every single place that you visit. You come here and you feel silence, and you like it for the first few months, but after some time you start craving the food. I can just go to my granny's place if I'm getting bored, or if I want to have like a wholesome meal. or I can go to my mama's place, I can go to my uncle's place, aunt's place, my, so many people to go to over there.
Yeah.
And connect and have dinners and do parties, celebrate festivals. But over here, you need to make connections, man. You need to have, like, friends. You need to build those connections, and it's difficult because everyone is working and cleaning the house, because you don't have help over here. So you're cleaning the house, taking care of the dog, you're doing everything yourself, and it's difficult to make friends as well.
Like emotionally, it takes a toll on you. You don't realize it till you don't have that void where family is not there, help is not there. You have to go get to a job, you have to come back home, you have to cook your food, clean your house, all of that. And that is what life, it's a Western kind of life. It's a more independent, it's an individualistic culture. You are an individual and you're on your own. That's pretty much the vibe that you get. Now, if you are from a different nationality where there's a collectivistic society like India or any other East Asian country, I guess, you could technically ping pong between coming to Canada, enjoying the nature with the people that you like, and then going back. So there is that. Now some people do come here because of, let's say that there's a lack of civic sense or there's pollution, and these are all really valid points. You can't throw shade at people who have decided to leave India and come and settle here, or people who are going back. Both sides are flavors of life that you should experience. And that's what I think about Canada. That's what I think about Victoria. Victoria is the best choice you can make coming from outside Canada, because the weather and the pace of life will match a little bit. Vancouver is another one if you're really used to a fast-paced city life. But for me, it's Victoria. Okay, let's talk about the cost of living versus the salary of a person living in Victoria, because that's one aspect too, which is super important. Simple Google search, where you will find that salary of a person living in Victoria is around 55,000 Canadian dollars annually before taxes. And the average cost of living comes to around $47,000. So that's around 3,900 monthly that a person is paying either for rent and utilities and other things. One thing that I do know is that you are not left with $47,000 at the end after your taxes are deducted from your 55,000 Canadian dollars. So what I'm trying to say is it's not sustainable. Everyone is just barely getting by. And one more thing that you should know about Canada is that the system here is very superficial. People are civil. People are thankful. And people smile more. They talk to each other a little more. But none of them, you can't form deep connections over here. That's the truth. And these same people, us living in Canada, we've all become like this. We've become docile. We've become like these domesticated sheep we are given less food, and we are domesticated for our world that we cannot realistically produce as much. I don't know if that metaphor makes sense, but what I'm trying to say is the system is biting more than what it can chew. The system is unsustainable. And that's pretty much the case in the whole North American continent, essentially. So if you are coming here, come as a visitor. Enjoy the nature, because that's heavily untouched. That's actually one good thing that I think most Eastern countries can learn from, is take care of the damn nature. We do not do that back in India. It's not a thing. And nature is really, really beautiful in Victoria, in Canada. Something that we can all learn from. So think about that and make your choice.